behind the wheel. We're going downtown in the middle of the night. We're laughing and I'm joking and we're feeling alright.
And you went off and did so much other stuff over the years that you kind of separated yourself from the Turtles, kind of at a business level. But now you come back, and I think the question for everybody is, what was it that made you go, yeah, I'm going to come back and I'm going to do this again after this break and complete that circle. And the second part of that question, what does your contract look like now you know so much about publishing?
Contracts are even shorter. Heavy Metal's contract is like 2 pages. But but no, what's interesting is when we did the first issue of the Turtles, I was again of that, I want to be Jack Kirby or Richard Corbin and those guys that they never stuck to one particular character. I mean, Jack Kirby created hundreds and hundreds of characters, and so when we did the Turtles, one, like Peter, didn't think it would ever sell. Two, I'd already started on a couple other projects that I'd been making notes on, other things other than Turtles I was going to be doing, writing and drawing my own stories. So when the Turtles first issue sold, we did the first printing for 3,000 copies, and that sold out. We did 6,000 copies, and that sold out. And we had distributors calling saying, well, when are you going to put out issue 2? And we were like, oh, shit. We need to come up with an idea for issue 2. And because they asked, we said, well, let's do issue 2. If it sells, maybe we'll do an issue 3. And so with the Turtles, it's sort of an amazing opportunity not only to support myself as an artist, writing and drawing what I wanted to do most of all, which is writing and drawing comic books. Every issue seemed to sell a little bit more, and before you know it, I mean, we're talking 1984 when the first book came out. By 1985, we had orders for issue number 2, which were 15,000 copies, and that's really when Pete had handwritten out these figures and said, we'll make about $2,000 each from the profit of this press run of 15,000 copies after all of our costs are covered. And if we do 6 of these a year, we can actually pay our rent and draw for a living. And that, to me, and for both of us, really was the dream come true, because I was still working in restaurants, so I could eat and work, pay my rent, and then draw on the side. That's really when the dream came true. Sort of this bit of perpetual motion. And once it started, it's like that scene in the Jetsons cartoon. Once it started going on the treadmill with Astro, we just couldn't get off. Not that we wanted to. It was like, holy shit! Each year the sales went up. Each year more opportunities came up. Each time, we didn't think this would work or that would work, and it did. And suddenly, this stack of stories that I had sort of set to the side of other things I was going to do beyond Turtles, and this is, it's not a complaint in any way, because we were living this insane dream, being inside this beast that we weren't even really able to control. We did. We approved everything. We looked at everything. We worked 90, 100 hours a week. I think we went from a 3-person staff to having 21 people employed full-time on running a global licensing program that we had to learn every aspect of that program to be able to manage copyrights and trademarks and understand contracts. We drove small armies of lawyers completely nuts because we asked and wanted to understand everything that was being done with our characters, because we had full approval over it. And so when suddenly it was from 1984 to 1994, 1995, 1996, and I'd been doing the Turtles for quite a long time, and still wanted to do these other ideas. And I bought Heavy Metal magazine in between, and I started a comic book museum, and all these other dreams that I sort of wanted to pursue. When the opportunity came, when the Turtles started slowing down, I sold the creative interest to Pete and pursued the Heavy Metal movie and publishing Heavy Metal and building out the museum and doing all these other things. And then suddenly another year, 10 years passed. I mean, can you believe, like, you're coming up with 30 years of the Turtles?
Oh, I'm back. I'm nationwide. Yes, I'm back. I'm nationwide.
Listen to your woman, but not closely.